even know if I'm alive or not. Yes. Evidently I am live. Everybody else made it here before I did. Hey, look at there. There's guns and LS and guns and W.R. Moore and Sasquatch. Got Gold Star, Silver Star, Bronze Star, and the Sheriff. Sasquatch is the Sheriff. Guns, you don't get to be the 2 stars. You can't have them both because you commented twice. It just doesn't work that way. Go to sleep. I need to. Who did I miss? Shabu, Daniel. Did I say hi to LS yet? Yeah, LS is here. I hadn't seen you in a live stream in a while there, Mr. The Sasquatch. Hope you're feeling better. Was actually getting set up to do a Bible study, and then anyway, wound up doing something way cooler. Well, not less stressful and more fun instead yesterday. Didn't want to try to do a Bible study while everybody was supposed to be at church tonight. So, this is something completely unrelated to a Bible study. Alright, Daniel, stick around a minute if you can. I'm gonna get to this, and then we'll jump on to something else. I want to do this first part of the live stream. This is there you go, Sasquatch. This has been bugging me, and I have bit my tongue, ignored. But something was brought to my attention that bothers me. And without giving any reasons or anything like that, I just want to clarify a few very important things to me. I don't care which side of the fence you're on or anything like that. And I'm not going to discuss my reasons. Not starting a war. I just don't want, there can't be any confusion on this one thing. I am not, I have no desire to be, and I actually have a bit of shame in the fact that I am being presented as such by YouTube, related to the Prepper X channel in any way. I am not related to any of the Prepper X channel people. I am not, you could not pay me to be part of Prepper X. No way. Okay? So if you go over there, do not message me and tell me that I'm still that I'm showing up as a related channel. That's not me. Okay, that's YouTube saying I'm related to them. Okay, I'm not. I am not associated with those people. There. I still talk to a few of them, but that's it. Exactly. Yeah. And do not use this video as an excuse to go over there. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Alright, that's it. I'm done with that conversation. What do y'all want to talk about? AC 103. EKY and Just in Time and everybody. And I'm not drawing a line. I got to jump on this. I should have said this earlier too. I'm not drawing a line in the sand on it either. I mean, it's your YouTube. Y'all visit with whoever. Y'all are welcome here. I just don't want people thinking that I'm mixed up in that in any way, shape, or form. Because I'm not. No ultimatums here. None. Unless you're trolling, you're welcome on my channel. Unless you're being foul, you're welcome on my channel. You're welcome to communicate with me in private messaging and emails and everything else, unless you're going to be belligerent and stuff like that. No, I'm fine. Thank you. No, I'm not accusing anybody of that over there either. I'm just saying people over here. See, I really can't go into all that. I'll send you a link and tell you how I really feel. I got a big old long rant on it. I'll send you a link then. But you have to self-destruct the link and don't share it. And that'll be a big trust thing for me to send you that link. I'm not a what do you call it? You got to be pretty rough for me to turn you off. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and he said, she said, and dead man's testimony and all that stuff like that. That don't work for me. You know, I ain't from Missouri. You can't show me. I'm from Texas. I got to see it myself. So, anyway. Well, displaced coon ass in Texas. There you go. That's what my wife calls me. A displaced coon ass. Because she's prejudiced against French Americans. That's what I'm here for, is to try to help people out and teach people stuff. I was actually going to go out there and make arrows today, but it's cold here again. And the rain's coming from the wrong direction. I weatherproofed the side of my, well, not weatherproof, but rain resisted the side of the house that the rain comes from. And now it keeps wanting to come on the wrong side of the house, and it's like my little area that I go and do stuff like that gets wet. Not like flooded, but a little wet. So I don't know whether global climate change it. For all y'all that don't know, we're going to do a, if I can get anybody to accept a link or whatever, Friday we're going to do a tin foil hat Friday thing. Going to West Wind and Just Aid agreed to come back. They were with me last Friday, and they agreed to, if they could, to come back on this coming Friday, and we're going to explore all of our favorite tinfoil hat conspiracy theories and stuff. You know, flat planets and flying intergalactic spaceships and Vikings in the desert. You know, all that crap. It's pretty much. We might even talk about, I don't know, pipe bombs that don't have a detonator device on them. You know, they have a timer and a pipe, but I didn't see any kind of detonator. But I digress. Yeah, it's going to be like super weird. That's because, guess what? Live streams are supposed to be educational and fun. We did 2 educationals. The last 2 were like educational ones. So now we're going to do one that's just fun. And we'll probably throw some education in there too. But that just happens. Yeah, letters with no postmark. Yay! Let's see, who can get an unpostmarked postal item into the possession of the Secret Service without getting caught? The Secret Service, or yeah, the wait, no, it's the Secret. Yeah. Did y'all know that MREs come with toilet paper? Just in case y'all didn't know. Now my phone's gonna do weird stuff over here. Hold on, see if it's important. Nope. Hey, y'all remember to go vote? And y'all tell that young lady over here. Oh, they already did? Oh. She's like 39 or something. Yeah. pretty sure that's right. Huh. Guess what, creative? That's what this was about.
Nothing was put. Sid's dad said, sorry I'm not up to speed with the news in Texas earlier this week. I know something on SOS is there. I'm not confused. There was an incident, but they're not telling us anything.
Yeah, they're not telling us anything. It's basically going to be none of your business. We'll never know what goes on up there. This is what I know about that place at Amarillo. You don't live anywhere within 100 miles of Amarillo. Problem solved. Amarillo, I guarantee you, is a target. It will not have one or two or three little smiley faces flying across the globe at it. It will have several. Because the thing's packed full of the stuff you need to make sure that boom, boom, boom. All the replacement parts for anything that would be damaged by an EMP are there. So, yeah. It would have to be burned to ash. And that means ground impact. So, yeah. I don't know, the cheese, I tried to eat the cheese stuff, man, it was nasty. And y'all jinxed me, whoever, I ate one yesterday just because I'd never eaten one, so I ate one, and man, I poop every day. I ain't pooped today. Now I'm all scared and stuff. And if that's the way they treat you, man, I mean, why are you buying those and putting them in like whatever? That would be deadly. Yeah, do not forget to vote. It's when you go to the voting booth, you just look over and blah blah Republican. Check.
No, you can't vote straight Republican.
No, you don't vote straight ticket. You don't click the straight ticket. You go through and read the ballot and just check all the ones that, because you don't use the electronic voting machine. Oh, no. Make them do the paper. Make them earn their money. It's your tax dollars. Make them earn it. And check the boxes with the R bomb.
Some Republicans don't have their head screwed on straight.
That's true, but I'm going strictly off of the grade on the Second Amendment. Every Democrat running for anything in the country has an F. Or, well, the highest grade I saw was a D. So, and the Second Amendment, all the Republicans have a C or above. So I'm just saying, Second Amendment vote would be an R. Okay. See, I've wondered about freeze-dried foods and stuff. How many people See, I got out and started something that's making me think and educate people. How many of y'all are storing or prepping something that has fiber in it? Because no fiber, no fiber is bad. We prep oatmeal. Yes, we do. Beans has some dietary fiber, but not enough. I mean, it's good, but if all you eat is beans, you can get in trouble. Beans are okay if you're getting enough water. And I'll just switch over to small onion, yeah. I'm pretty sure I'm finna get slaughtered for this live stream anyway. Just, I mean, I'm crazy. I am not about to deny that. I'm a nut job. But I'm a good nut job. I'm like a safe nut job. Okay? Unlike other people. They're dangerous. Oh. And they're the ones tearing everything in half. It's not the other way around. Looney Tune. But hey, Bottle Cap. Who else did I miss? Frank Burns come in here. Did I say hi to Christy? Hey, Christy. I think I said hi to Guns. You leaving? Oh yeah, you're over there in the time zone. You like jumped way ahead. You're just way past your bedtime. Guy, before you jump out, Guns. Important. That thing you're talking about with the filter and stuff. No softener and all that. Blah 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 blah. Hold on. I pull Wes S real quick. Then you can go to bed. I'll be right back. You're gonna be what? Still here, Guns? I hope you're still here. Anyway, this is a whole house filter. It's a small one. You got a 1/2 inch water coming in, 3/8 coming out. This is for a small, but it's literally, the water just goes in and out. This is for like a one small, like one whatever, but they sell these like for under the sink and stuff too, or you can put them in line on your ice maker or whatever. This is a little bit big for your average ice maker. This is all you need. This screws off. This goes, you hang this on the wall. The bottom screws off. You put a new filter on. Put the deal back on. You got to put a valve on the inlet side. And then whatever comes in here comes out the other side, potable. Okay. That whole setup's like $70. That one was not. That was $5 at a garage sale because they upgraded.
How bad is it?
So,
So it's terrible. You're not gonna use it.
yeah, I just keep eating. I'm fine. I got coffee and cigarettes.
It's really freaking good.
When did I stick the gun back up there? That was yesterday. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing about me having a MAC-10 hanging on the wall.
Better than a Mac Daddy.
Where'd it go? No, it's over here. My camera's reversed. It's not real.
Added a little bit too much sugar to the cornbread, but it's still really good.
Bottle cap. If it was filling up with black gooky stuff real fast, that's why you need to keep it on your deal. Sounds like you need to get a swimming pool filter. That sounds crazy. But one of the small swimming pool filters, which is basically just a knockout filter with a filter on it, you know, a thing, a digger. The really big cloth filters. And pre-filter your water before it goes into the filter. The dirtier the water is, the more filtration you have to have. That actually only has one stage. There's actually a filter that goes on the outside. There's a two-stage filter. Here, that thing, we'd have to change the outside filter about every 2.5 weeks. All right, Christy, have a good night. But the water softeners and stuff, the first thing they do is they take all the stuff out of the water that's going to give you arthritis. And then they put it back in. Water is water. I mean, after you brew your coffee with it, you've softened it. After you brew your tea with it, you've softened it. You've put stuff back in the water. Okay. Only it's organic. Organic's not good, but it's not bad. I mean, hold on. Hey, Just Aid. I was just talking about you. Peter Stiffens. Anyway, yeah, he probably. The flow jack, is that the magnet thing? Alright, well, Creative, have a good one. Yeah, I was reading your comment and I almost said, okay, Wes, that would have been kind of funny. I don't know, I need to Google the flow jack, I think. But there's a way you can set magnets up on your water line that actually the water does come out less damaging. I mean, it's easier on your plumbing. So if it's easier on your plumbing, it's probably easier on your plumbing.
Flow jack is so that they can hand pump water.
Oh, okay. Animal loving thing. We got a, what is it, parvo? Parvo.
It was too young for the
Yeah,
immunizations and the
we she got the parvo before she got old enough for the shots. We got her to the vet. They think in time. They say if we can keep her hydrated and keep her from getting a secondary infection, she might pull through. And she's doing fine. She's drinking or she's back to drinking and she's eating a little bit. She's putting a little bit of weight back on. She stopped the diarrhea. So she's going to be a toxic animal the rest of her life. She'll be a carrier, but evidently it didn't kill her. But it's going to be a challenge for me to get a puppy now, another Catahoula, because the parvo is going to be present on my property now. I know I'm overreacting to it, but I mean, yeah, but the dog will have it, and then from now on, just have to maintain it. It'll be like a pain in the butt, but that's part of life. How many of y'all think about stuff like that? I mean, you can't go down to the, like right now we can fix parvo super easy. But the as far as, you know, cleaning up your yard or whatever, it's bleach water. And, you know, raking and scooping up your dog's feces. But in the post-apocalypse or whatever, a long drawn-out ordeal where you can't go to the hardware to buy this or that, or the grocery store to buy this or that or whatever, and you're holding on to the bleach because your water well pumps your filter full of black gunk, and you really need to be bleaching your well water before you drink it. There's all kinds of stuff. The modernization of the world allowed for an increase in animal production, food production, and thereby an increase in human population. If we go back in time, those things that made it possible for all that will go away. Big problem. I mean, your cows get anthrax now, you give them a shot. It's a bacterial infection. It's antibiotics, okay? Hey, Isaac. In a world where you can't do that, where you can't go to the vet and say, hey, I'll go the hoof and mouth disease on the animals, and he gives you they actually have a gun. You don't even have to like pin the cows up anymore. You literally put a bullet in the gun, and it's a little paintball gun, and you literally shoot them in the butt with this thing, and it squirts the medicine in their skin or whatever. It's kind of cool, actually. I want one. Not to shoot medicine. I just want to shoot stuff. Thank you, Peter. Yeah, there's that one too, Peter. Anyway, June is not going to die, we don't think. So there's that. Hey, Uncle Al. What's it? No, it's I can't say the big. It, just call it parvo. It's canine parvo. Parvo, blah 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 blah. Anyway, it's a viral infection that it can affect dogs, cats. There's a canine parvo. There's a feline parvo, and blah blah blah. The goats are actually going to be carriers of the parvo now, but they won't. It won't kill them. Okay. Um, the canine parvo only takes out canines. It can do coyotes and stuff like that. Feline parvo is a different mutation which can take out cats, coyote, raccoons, foxes, I believe. Anyway, it's just it's not something humans have to. Well, actually, humans can contract it. It just doesn't affect us. We're kind of like the goats and the sheep and stuff. We can have it, which just doesn't. It's not gonna do anything. I think. Am I right about that? Yes. Oh, she wrote all that stuff, and y'all didn't have to listen to me yakky 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 yak.
Oh gosh. My wife nursed out a pit bull back from parvo, then a year later a toothpick killed him.
Oh Lord, did it swallow a toothpick? Dogs are dense.
And Savage came up in an Uncle house.
Hey, new daddy. Have you showed all these people pictures of that yet? Have you done a YouTube video that I missed? Because I can open that phone. Guys, y'all are missing out. That is absolutely beautiful little baby. It is like this close to being as pretty as my kids were when they were born. And it's like this close to being just as pretty as my new grandbaby. It's real close. It's real close. Got more hair than my new grandbaby. He's correcting his typo. LS is what he was doing. Can I show Savage? Can I show him your baby? I'm not gonna do it unless you give me permission. But now they can pressure you all they want. Oops, that's not where it's at.
There's a ton of hair.
All right.
The Sasquatch is out.
Later, Sasquatch. Hold on. You want to see the baby first? Here's the baby.
Probably does.
Hold on. He might. Yeah, he probably does. Whatever. I'm gonna put the other thing up so I can see if y'all can see it or not. Ah, come on. Be right. Oh, there you go. That's really not very good. Oh, oh, oh. Ah. Unless they made it gigantic. I'll put her face on there. That is adorable. Y'all see some hair? I don't think she likes the camera. Oh. Look at that hair. No. Sup? That's what she's saying. She's saying, what's up? I love babies. Like,
Yeah, me too. Especially other people.
especially other people's babies. They're the best. Uh, I told him not to, but he named her after me.
Up.
I think Wesley Ann's a pretty name. Yeah. There's two kind of kids. The ones that can't get enough of you taking their picture, and the ones that have had enough of you taking their picture when they got their first ultrasound. Um, um, now I'm not going to stay on here all day or all night or whatever. This is just super quick because there's a lot of you people that got another place to be. Um, I am going to start doing thank you, a study on Hebrews. Or, well, not the whole of Hebrews, but a large part of Hebrews. That's not like the race of people, but like the book in the Bible. So, before we get all confused. I feel like if everybody's going to continue to listen to me on spiritual matters, then I need to clarify some reasons why I think the way I think. As far as the Old Testament and the New Testament, I need to clarify why I believe that the Old Testament is still hyper relative. I mean, the Old Testament is tantamount to our faith. It's not simply a testament of the coming of our Lord Jesus Christ. It's the way he lived his life. It's the rules he followed. It's there are certain things, if you do away with this doctrine or that doctrine, then the contradictions, if you will, in the Bible fade away. And when you can make the contradictions disappear, then there's got to be something to it. I mean, there's still plenty of things for people to argue over, but they're useless. I mean, it's tomato, potato type stuff. What is it? One of the biggest debates now is, what do we call God? What's his name? Well, everybody usually uses the word God just in their native tongue. So I think since he is the one true God, I think God is appropriate. As long as you're saying God in whatever tongue you're calling him God in, I think he's going to be okay with it.
Will you show these? That's LS's nephew.
Oh.
She doesn't want to see.
This one belongs to LS. Sorry, her nephew. Oh, come in. Focus. Oh, there it is. Nope. Come on, I almost did it.
You suck at that.
Yes, I do. The camera doesn't want to focus on the phone. Boop. Hold on. I'll do this. Do it like this. See if I can get it a little better. There's a little more detail. That one's fresh. That one still got yolk on it.
The picture she sent me?
How come all you people over there in that part of the world got babies with so much hair on them? Y'all got Bigfoots over there jumping fences. Y'all need to work on that. But I started digging around in the Bible on some other contradictions when I found out that the translators of the King James, the authorized King James version, where all the modern translations come from, admitted in the preface that they used artistic now I can't think of the name, license in choosing some of the translations for some of the words so that it would be a better read. I mean, that's literally what they said. And then you find out that King James was actually anti all the churches, and he wanted a Bible produced to shut the churches up from, you know, the Orthodox Church and the Protestant Church and the Catholic Church. He wanted them to stop fighting.
Savage is out.
Later, Savage.
It's the sweet tea. That's what gives them all the hair.
Probably C103. That's probably right. But anyway, that's what got me started on that. And then you find out more and more and more and more. And then you start digging and translating. I had the Bible in Hebrew at one point. In the original, not all the letters started out in Hebrew. Some of the letters were originally found in Greek. But, so. Up. Okay. And this is Chipper's new child. Looks just like him. Look at that. He's got his eyes and everything. Look there.
He snores like him, apparently.
He snores like him and everything. Look at that. I heard that, Chipper. Puppies are evil. I'm going to take my phone number away from you people. Yeah, the RCA dog. Pretty close. So, is it Grand Doggy? Hopefully next time my granddaughter's here and she decides to jump on my lap during a live stream, her hair will be combed and you'll all realize that my granddaughter is absolutely beautiful. My grandson is pretty good looking too. He looks just like his granddad.
It does no good to brush her hair because 5 seconds later she pulls the bands out.
Boop.
Or if you brush it, she goes and rubs a pillow on it.
Whatever. She's so kin to me, it's not even funny. Kin to her mama. We're very neat and tidy people. My side of the family. Anyhow. Would any of y'all be interested in going through Hebrews? It'll be Hebrews into James, actually. There's a reason it's Hebrews and then James. There was some divine stuff there. And I'm not no Bible scholar or anything. So if anybody actually knows something when we're doing this, I welcome the input.
Ella says yes, Hebrews.
Okay. My wife always says that Hebrew stuff too. Says apparently it's a commandment since it's in the Bible. I have to make the coffee.
Which you fail at in the morning. I can imagine.
I am a sinner every morning. You're absolutely right. I don't brew at all. I'm gonna make Chipper Evangelist, the Hair Lips' new dog. Chipper, I love your new. Hey, y'all go subscribe to Chipper and like watch his video. That was like so the way I should have. I wish I'd have come up. That was like one of the most creative ways I've seen done for that, and that's all the info you get. Go to his channel. Everyone. There's one man alive that isn't, and he died to prove it. So, oh man, thought I was gonna get a break from the mold and the pollen and stuff, but it rained again today. So, not so much. Well, congrats on being here, random lady. That sounded egotistical. I mean, welcome aboard. He is alive. Marka, excellent point. Vote. Remember, I'm not saying you can't vote your party unless you're Democrat, and then you must jump ticket. Or not vote. That's, that's fine. I mean, if you're, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Democrats. I'm just saying that voting Democrat is a sin. Pretty sure I could do that.
No.
Hey, I used to be a Baptist preacher. I bet I can do it. If your choice is Democrat, Republican, or Libertarian, and you can't bring yourself to vote Republican, feel free to vote Libertarian. I'm okay with that. If you live in Texas and you vote for Beto, never speak to me again. Or, well, no, speak to me a lot because you're probably going to burn. This ain't a church. I can be all political if I want to. This is not a church service.
What's Random says she followed you for a long time from her old account. First time on live video, but not asked for her old account.
Okay, what was your old account? Now, how about don't trust a man who makes his living off of working cheap labor. His whole family makes a living off of working cheap labor, and he's white, and he changes his name to Roberto when he jumps into politics. I bet.
Random Lady and Victoria Rainey. I found you from Dash Out, I believe.
Oh, okay. I think I saw Victoria. I saw the Victoria one. No, I saw Random Lady. Yeah, Random Lady. I remember it now. Ow. I had to do member and my brain hurts now. I am in the belly button. We had this discussion last night, post live stream. I live on the divide of the plains. There's red dirt and there's black dirt. And I live on the line in the middle of Texas. There's a little strip of desert that runs through here. I'm in it. I live in Scurry County. I mean, everybody, I mean, you just have to go back to my old videos to figure that out. But Scurry County is bigger than... What's that one little tiny state? Is it Delaware? Not Delaware. What's the other one? The state that's like about the size of a black-eyed pea or something? We used to live in,
What I just said.
dadgummit, never mind. She does that all the time. I'll like find out something cool and I'm going to tell the kids or something and they'll be like, oh, Mom told us already. I'm like, do I ever get to tell anybody anything?
I didn't figure you would read the chat until I told you, so...
Oh, my bad. I was going to say the other one anyway. I was going to say Atlanta, Texas. So we were close to Atlanta. It's just a couple more miles down the road. It ain't like it's going to Georgia or something. Or dogs fighting. That was funny. Go ahead, swing it.
Because I didn't expect something tall to be at the door.
My wife nearly cold-cocked the Yeti because the dogs were fighting because he was trying to come in the building, and then she opened the door to stop the dogs, and he was there, and she was finna slap him. It would have hurt. Just so you know, it would have hurt.
Pretty sure.
Sorry, but the dogs were fighting.
Okay. Well, they weren't until I started opening the door and Sadie moved. I guess she took it out on him instead of me.
Yeah, if he was trying to get in behind you, she does not like the fact that her dog get to come in the house whenever they want to, and she only gets to come in when I tell her. And she doesn't like it. She's jealous. She doesn't understand why she's the top dog, but they get to sleep in the house. Because I don't let them. They do. Yo, if it was cold out there, yeah. But oh my gosh, it's 51. The dog's gonna freeze to death. He could just get in the bed on the porch. You was chasing the oil field, weren't you? Or were you chasing windmills, Gray Man? Were you a windmill man? Being a windmill man, I can understand how you wound up in Minnesota. Because,
That's where they all came from.
yeah. There's a lot of like Minnesota guys down here doing windmills.
Oh, welder.
Welder. So basically oil field. Love you back, guy. I was a welder for a long time. And yes, you're a welder too.
I didn't say anything.
You were gonna say, but I can't outbeat him. But that's
I
fine.
wasn't gonna say. I wasn't even thinking it this time.
Okay, fine. Whatever.
But since you mentioned it,
We actually got a contract to make. I had my own shop, and the oil field cratered.
and you told me.
Maybe not to these people. Anyway, long story short, we got the job. I was making them. We were making impact heads. And then they requested that I make all of them because we do 20 at a time, 16, 20 at a time, take them back. And they would always pick out the best, and they'd say, can you do them like this? And it occurred to me that they were always picking out my wife's and wanting me to make all of them look like the ones my wife had welded. It was embarrassing. I mean, there was nothing wrong with mine, but hers were all perfect and stuff. Like she was trying to pass freaking X-ray or something. Oh, really? So that's what I was doing when the oil field cratered, Gray Man. I worked at on the Patterson drilling yard for a long time. I know me some rig building. You know, I never could get. I don't get along with pipeline guys, and it's not that there's anything wrong with pipeline guys. It's they're not just competing for the work. They're competing against each other. So it's all right if you're running a big pipeline and you're doing your own stuff, but when literally they're moving you down the line, now I can't remember the right time for it. You can tell you how long I've been out of welding. One guy does the first pass. Guy grinds it out. That guy comes back and does the second pass, and another guy comes back and caps it. And that was on an 8-inch line, I think. And it was whoever slowed down the line didn't get called back. So the guys in the front were not doing their job right. And there's more than once it come to fisticuffs on my part because I was like, no. And I'd pull up to the deal or whatever, and I'd go to the guy on the next joint down that was laying it in. I'd kick him in the back of the head because you're not getting me fired from this job, dude. I got to feed my family. I mean, I don't care if your cousin's out of work too or not. I need this. I wasn't always the nice, easygoing kind of guy. Yeah, I'd literally kick him in the back of the head. Shoulder to holder, man, that's it. And that's fine if you're good at it, but if you're not any good shoulder to holder, then you need to go to something else. I was actually a plant welder, and then I got my own stuff rigged out, and it was just fast, easy money. I didn't have to drive. It was regular. It was 9 hours every day building the rigs. I was like, okay. I had to take a $2 an hour pay cut. Didn't mind it a bit, because I didn't have the fuel cost. I didn't have to drive for an hour and a half one way that I wasn't getting paid for. For me, it was a good deal. I had to quit welding because my eyes got all jacked up on me. I was always a little colorblind, but I'd strike the arc. I can get through about 2 rod, but then after that, the difference between the puddle and the arc disappears. There's just a white ball at the end of the rod. I can't see what I'm doing. Now I can lay jet rod like it ain't nobody's business. I was a tank welder for a while. That's boring. Striking arc, hold a stick. Striking arc,
Yeah, your
hold a
back
stick.
was fried.
Yeah, back's fried too. Took out my elbow. Because the way you got to hold your hand and you're sitting there doing this, it just runs that uh, tendon all day long. So I used to build trucks for what's the name of that orange Halliburton. I was actually the shop foreman at the place that built the acid singles. And yeah, wire welding all day long. And not working foreman, not the guy walking around with a clipboard.
My uncle used number 8 lands and it with a cheater lens and reading buses on now.
Yeah, see, I started out using an 12, and dropped to an 11, 10, and realized I was down to a 9 with cheaters. And I was like, man, I'm not going blind. I'm just going to do something else. You know, that's one thing I was really lucky. I never actually went straight to work for Halliburton. They tried to get me to sign on as a company welder, but um, I don't like Halliburton guys. Well, let me rephrase that. I never met a Halliburton welder, a guy that signed on for Halliburton and worked for Halliburton for a really long time, that I liked. Yes, I can't turn the camera off on this one. Well, it's all the big oil companies. Schlumberger, Halliburton, Baker Hughes, Exxon, Mobil, uh, Huber. Need to name off anymore. They're all the same. Anadarko. There is that. All right, it's like a requirement to be a welder. I'm actually cutting way down on my smoking, so the ultimate goal is to quit.
Oh, cool. Bottle cap my hog alarm is going crazy. I can go see what's up out here. I'll see y'all later.
Hey, L, what?
Because he's being rude. Not necessarily rude. He's getting up.
Bye. Oh. Well, I can't find it in the book. Okay. And of all the sins that I need to rid myself of, personally, smoking's one of the lesser burdens. It really is. Ordinarily, I would be streaming on a encoder that would allow me to turn the camera off. This was just supposed to be a short one, so I didn't set it up on that. Yeah, there's that. And that's for the past several days when I've wanted to light up, I have grabbed a wheelbarrow and filled it with dirt and walked 125 yards pushing 200 pounds of dirt until I agreed that I would not light the cigarette. It rained today. And we don't, I hate that I didn't catch what was going on or whatever, but we don't point out other people's faults on here. We don't judge each other, because it doesn't matter, you know, if I judge somebody for drinking or smoking marijuana or whatever. If I judge a heroin addict for being a heroin addict, then the judgment for whatever sins I have left in my life are tenfold. You know, I will get, well, not tenfold, but whatever I think should happen to another person or whatever, or how bad another person's sins are, that's how bad my sins will be counted. So, that's why I don't understand why more libertarians aren't faithful Christians, because that's a biblical principle. And that's actually in James. We'll be there. We'll get there. It doesn't okay sin, but it explains why you don't judge somebody else. Well, you got to remember too, El, that sometimes people are, and I'm not upset. Okay, Larryetta, I'm not upset. Sometimes the fire burns real hot in people, and just it does. Yeah, the last vestige of Americana. The one place you could go in and everything was American. Trucker hats, for instance,
The cornbread is really yummy.
was the truck stops. Not so much anymore. When the loudspeakers blare and when they make the call out in over the loudspeakers for the trucker in Spanish first and then in English, it's gotten bad. All that being said, it is. I've been on here for way longer than I said I was going to be. An hour and 15 minutes. Hey, cool. This has a timer on it. So I am going to go ahead and get off of here. With no scheduling issues, we may touch on it in the after show. Because people are always like, what's the topic for the after show? we may touch on it again. Actually, read a few scriptures and stuff in the after show Saturday, and which, in case anybody wonders, I go live immediately following SOS. That's Step 1 Survival on Saturday nights, weather and God permitting. I go live. Everybody's welcome to join us over there. The rules are real simple. Keep it clean. Keep it friendly. No trolling. That's about it. But in case y'all want to be prepared for it, and I don't mean jump around all over the Bible. Read through Hebrews and the book of James a couple of times. Just read those two books. Not even, you don't even have to read all of Hebrews. We're not going to start on page 1. Pretty close. We might start on page 1. It's just 6 chapters or 7 chapters, but it's going to get deep about chapter 8 and run through. Well, it'll go all the way through James, which is only five chapters. So yeah, we'll start. Yeah, we'll go ahead and start on page 1 of Hebrews. It's the scriptures. We'll go from the scriptures, and we're going to reference the New King James. Those are the two translations we'll go out of. Because we're comparing what the scriptures, which is an attempt at a literal translation from the original text to the English language, with the earliest modernized version of the King James Bible, because I'm not going to try to force y'all through or push y'all through Old English or the Queen's English, which is, if you don't understand the English language, is really, really hard to follow. If you do not read the English language, not modern English, but if you do not understand how to read the English language, it can be really confusing. Especially the way they break down the paragraphs and stuff. It makes it real easy for people to pull one-liners out of context. And the Bible is a written text. Paragraphs are important. And chances are a letter is going to be written with an intent in mind. It's a paper. It's an essay, if you will. The writer of said letter is trying to convey a point or a set of points to the reader by referencing points in some provable literature, if you will. And that's what they're doing with the letters. They're not just saying, they don't just go, "Thou shalt not." There's a comma there. Kill. They're not. It's not one line. It's not each line of the Bible has its own meaning. Each paragraph of the Bible explains those sentences, and the following paragraph feeds off the previous paragraph, and then transitions to the next paragraph, which feeds off the previous paragraph, which you get it. See how it works? We're trying to understand the minds of the writer of the books that we're studying. We're not trying to take one line of an entire book that was inspired by the Most High and discern our own meaning from it. What is it? Here's a one-liner for you. Lean not unto your own understanding, but rather... Oh. What's the but rather? Hey Timo. Context. Context is super duper important. Mr. Timo. This is the wrong book for trying this with, but random one-liner. I was, but somebody made me think this. I don't know how I'm supposed to do anything with this one, but here's a one-liner. Let's make a doctrine off of that. Their land teemed with frogs in the rooms of their sovereigns. And God will make your bedroom get filled up with frogs if you piss him off. No. That's one sentence out of a story about stuff that happened somewhere. That's the Psalms. I didn't even look to see those Psalms. And it's talking about the what happened to the Egyptians. It's yeah. But see, even that one-liner, there's more behind it and more in front of it. Yeah. It's I mean, it actually, there's some explaining of how to make your path straight. There's more to it, and I'm sorry for starting this fire, but there's more to it than praying the sinner's prayer. There's more to it. A guy who falls by, or who falls on the ground with no soil, rocks. I'm gonna tease around on it some in the after show after Step 1 Survival on Saturday, and then we'll probably jump back into doing it on Tuesday nights. We got kind of messed up yesterday. There was a snafu in scheduling. But Tuesday nights, and it's bring a sandwich, because it's Tuesday night and never. Have we managed to shut Tuesday night down in less than an hour and a half yet? No. Well, we got 2 hours. We got 2.5 hours on there. It's not all Bible study. We do the Bible study and then we get to talking and wind up doing more Bible study usually. Now don't get me on the sinner's prayer thing. The sinner's prayer is important. But you need roots. You need a foundation. You need soil. You need good ground to grow in. If you do not have good ground to grow in, you will wither and die.
Saturday, but Tuesday's busy in class till 1:30. What time zone is he on?
That's 8:30 here. So yeah, it'll still be going if you get home in time. Timo, and you. I mean, I don't pull them down. I put my live streams in a what do you call that thing? Playlist. So anyway, not trying to be rude, but seriously, it's an hour, coming up on an hour and a half. I promised myself I was just going to get on here, do that thing real quick, and get off, and I didn't do it. I love y'all. I pray, take my hat off for this part. I pray that God finds you safe, healthy, and happy, and finds your name written in His book. That's the one that counts. Alright? I want y'all to stay alive, and I don't want you to die. It's that simple. Okay? God bless y'all. Be back. What this YouTube, I gotta say it. Like, share, subscribe, I guess. Anyway. I love all y'all. I'm gonna kick the button out right now. Watch this.